All right. We are finally here, and we are ready. We are finally ready to go to Castle Ravenloft. Are you guys excited?
No.
You're not excited? Why aren't you
I don't
excited?
know. I don't know.
scared.
If excited is the right word.
I'm
just gonna
Anxiety, trepidation.
I'm just gonna be a stupid tourist.
Stupid tourist.
Okay,
Okay.
but like for real, guys, what happened last week?
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You weren't here. There, not a lot happened last week.
I summoned some monkeys.
My recap is very brief because a lot of it was filler, and I don't want to talk about a bunch of filler. So I will just tell you the key points. Might as well get started then. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, I am using a new Twitch layout this week. This is one that Laura put together. I didn't tell her I was using it, but
Yeah, I saw and I was like, oh, okay.
yeah, because
I haven't seen it. I want to see it.
because it is we're going to be using a lot of maps this time around, so we needed a bigger map space. So this is what we're going to be using this week. So yeah, welcome back, adventurers, to another episode of the Curse of Strahd with your cast here at Lakeside Legendz. First, we have imra'lyr Sardith, the Shadow Elf Ranger, played by Lore. Kinsley, our firbolg cleric, played by Blair. Me, a changeling druid, played by Arthur. And Francisco Guadalupe del Valle, a changeling fighter, played by Trevor. And let's not forget about yours truly, your DM and master storyteller for this saga, DM David. Yay! All right, so the recap. On our last episode, our heroes made their way back to the town of Valleki to look for a white wedding dress for the abbot and his flesh golem. After talking to some friends in town, our heroes eventually found a dress in the old burgomaster's home. Irina was kind enough to give the dress up to the heroes of Barovia as a thanks for all they've done so far. Afterwards, our heroes took residence in their new Barovian home, the old Wachthouse estate, to talk about what they were going to do next. imra'lyr decided she was going to take some time to work on the wedding dress to make it more suitable for the abbot's flesh golem. Me and Francisco decided to try a new spell of Mies in an attempt to spy on Strahd. And Kinsley decided to go and visit Ismark at the old forlorn church that Strahd previously destroyed. According to Irina, Ismark has been thinking of putting the church back together to open it back up once again. He knows how important it is for the people of Barovia to have a beacon of hope in their town. And that is where we are now. A lot more happened than that. But like I said, it's a lot of filler. It's fun filler.
Yeah.
But I mean, go watch the
It was
episode.
kind of
Filler nonetheless.
yeah.
So you
I'll
guys
be
are
summoning monkeys for a while.
yes,
We got
yes,
things
you did.
done, but there was a lot of in between stuff.
Yes. So you guys are in the Wachthouse estate, your Barovian home that you have claimed. Yeah, imra'lyr is working on the dress. Kinsley has taken off to go over to the church, and me and Francisco and Spit, we're going to sit down and try and spy on Strahd. So, imra'lyr, let's start with you because yours will probably be pretty quick. We're
Quick
going
question.
to
Did
Yes.
we long rest last time?
no, but you guys, oh wait, did you guys stay the night? I don't think you slept yet. You got to town and you started doing stuff.
Yeah.
So there's been no
But I
long
think
rest.
we slept before we got there because
I
we
think
like
I
it was so
know
far
that
away.
I'm-
I had to put up the dome.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess
Yeah.
you did take a long rest because you stopped along
like,
the way.
All of my health points are there.
I know,
don't
mine
get
Yeah, all my
hit.
everything's
All
here.
my spells are there. So
Yeah. So yeah, long rest apparently did happen. I don't remember
Perfect.
everything.
I was just missing like one spell slot.
Oh.
Oh
Mm.
wait, maybe not because I don't have a spell. I'm missing one spell. Whatever. It doesn't
I
matter.
am
We're
as
I have
well,
all
but
of
I did.
mine.
But I'm only missing one because it did conjure animals to look for the
Those cats.
I have all of my spells.
Okay. Well, either way, I'll say you guys can. I mean, you've been here. You're in town. You're in a safe point. if it's the same day, it's getting late anyway. If not, then it's probably middle of the day. I'm gonna say it's middle of the day because you guys, I'm gonna say you stopped. I don't really remember. But anyway,
It was a whole week ago.
yes.
Mhm.
Well, it was 2 weeks ago because we didn't play last week.
Oh, that's right.
I needed 2 weeks to prep for this. So
Okay, so-
imra'lyr, you're working on the dress. So I want you to give me, what would this be? Probably not sleight of hand. Maybe sleight of hand because it's a lot of dexterity work.
Or just
Performance,
dexterity.
maybe?
Yeah, you know what?
Or
Give me either. No, it
acrobatics?
wouldn't be acrobatics. Give me either performance or sleight of hand to see how
Let's-
well you tailor this dress.
Let's do performance. Oh, wait, I want my cup. I was rolling better the other day with my cup. Okay. Let's try. Come on, Gatha. Well, that is 15.
15. Okay.
That's
So,
decent.
yeah, we said before that it was a really kind of puffy dress with lots of lace and whatnot, kind of an old school thing. So you're able to get all the lace off, and you find that underneath, it's not silk like a mermaid dress would be, like very smooth and shiny, but it is relatively flat, a higher end cotton. Most of the people in Barovia wear stuff that would be akin to wool or sackcloth, like not very fine, soft cotton. But that's what this wedding dress is underneath, and you're able to heat up a stone outside and get some hot water, and you kind of steam it and make it flat, and you get all the lace off. And for what it is, it's a relatively good looking dress. You left some of the lace up on the top, so it's got a little bit of like shoulder ruffle going on the side, but cut up to there, so it's got some texture to it. Overall, fairly decent work.
Okay.
Let's follow Kinsley. Kinsley's going to the other side of town to go to the old church. The church that Strahd destroyed. Went in there and what was his name? His name was Father something.
Father rest in peace.
Yeah, Father rest in peace.
Father oof.
Either way, he's gone.
Father oof.
Yeah. So Kinsley, you make your way over to the church on the other side of town. You kind of go up past the it's in an easterly direction. You guys are on, or no, in a westerly direction. You're on the east side of town. So you pass the Blue Water Inn, you pass the center of town, and eventually you curve off to the north, and it's northwest. In the northwest part of town, you go up a little hill, and you see the destroyed church. That night, you guys saw the vampire spawn and Strahd there. The church was on fire. It essentially is like almost burned down. It looks like old ruins now. Stone walls in the front are standing, but the ones on the sides are completely gone. The door has burned off. And you see Ismark is there, and he's got some, like, the stones that are around. He's gathered them into a pile. He's breaking down some smaller stones and mixing them with water to make like a mortar cement to try to start building it back up. And you see that he's got with him the two boys that had worked there before. Let me grab their names real quick.
You mean
The
the one they
where-
made cry and the other one they made him wet his pants?
Yes.
Yep.
That is exactly it.
Yeah.
So Milajov, the little boy, is there, and I believe Yeska is the other one.
I remember a Yeska.
I think it's Yeska. It was Father
was-
Lucian that died.
And I think Yeska was the boy who like sold the bones or whatever.
Yes. I believe it is Yeska. I don't see the, let's do control find. Yes. Yeska. Yep, Yeska. So, Yeska is there. He's actually working with Ismark to grind up the stones and make the mortar. And then you see little Milajov is kind of running around finding as many rocks as he can. And yeah, so you approach.
So I would have changed into my vestiges. So I have on my robes of Saloon. And I make my way over to Ismark.
Mm.
Ismark?
Ismark looks up from what he is doing, puts down his tools and comes over. Oh, Kinsley, welcome. Welcome back to Valleki. What brings you here?
I kind of look around. Is there anyone like around us?
Just you
Is it
guys, just the four
okay.
of you.
So I speak in hushed tones because I don't want this getting out to anybody who shouldn't hear it. I was talking to your sister, and she had told me that you are planning to rebuild the church.
Yes, we, Milijov, Yeska, and myself, we have been working on that the last few weeks. I'm trying to do it slowly and in an inconspicuous kind of way. I do not want to draw Strahd's attention. But yes, we want to put that little beacon of hope back in Valleki.
Well, I think I might be able to help with that if you would let me. I could make the grounds holy again. Protect you and the boys from Strahd.
That would be amazing. I mean, there's nothing to bless at the moment. The church is kind of in destruction, but...
Well, the grounds will be holy that you can safely rebuild on.
That would be absolutely incredible. We would love that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to take some time. But if you would show me where you would like the center of the holy grounds to be located, I can start now.
Yes, come with me. I will show you where the center of the building is going to be. So he takes you back into the destructed church. You guys walk in, and you see that on the inside, most of the interior walls are still up. The outer walls and the roof are what kind of fell apart. Fortunately, there was a strong gust, like there were strong winds that night, which is fortunate and unfortunate because one, it fed the fire, but two, when the roof collapsed, it didn't collapse inward, it collapsed over. So essentially the inside looks relatively clean. You walk inside, there's the rooms to the left and the right as you go down a hallway, and then you enter into where the chapel is. And you see that the benches in there have been overturned and burned, but he takes you to the very front or back of the chapel where the altar is. And you see that that is actually the first thing that he cleaned up. He scrubbed off all the ash and all the dirt, and he put down a new little like table runner that is red and gold for like the Morning Lord. And then he has little tassels on the end that are like purple and dark for the Night Mother. And he does have both the sun and the moon fixed and up on each side. And he says, the very center is probably going to be here on the altar. This is the most important place of the church, and I would like it to center here and come out if it works that way. I mean, I'm not sure. I've never done any things like this.
Is the altar, is it like a pedestal type of thing, or is it a table?
It's it's like you know those raised coffin looking things?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, but it's just a big slab.
So it's okay, so I can set it up there.
Mm-hmm.
This would do perfectly.
Great. Do you need anything from me or the boys?
No, I think I have everything with me.
Okay, as long as we don't disturb you, I'm going to go back out and continue working.
Please, feel free.
Okay. So he turns and he leaves, and you are now alone inside of the church.
All right. So I got some stuffs.
Okay.
So I take out my censer that I use every night during my prayers.
Okay.
And I have the incense. I start burning that on it. I have some gold chalices that we found a long time ago that has moonstones in them. And I'm going to take 2 of them out and set them on either side of the censer. And then take my augury bones and put them in front of my censer. So I'm kind of just like building this around the incense. I'm going to take out my holy symbol from Saloon and put it on the side. They have the symbol for the Night Mother. And then I'm going to take out the what is it that we just got? Trying to find my inventory. The holy symbol of, oh wait, is the holy symbol of Ravenkind, is that?
It's in the shape of the sun.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna have that on the side where they have the Dawn Father's symbol.
Okay.
And I'll take out my holy or holy water, I think it takes. Need, oh no, okay, so I will have there's herbs and oils, and I put them in the goblets and I start praying over this whole setup that I got, wearing my vestiges of Saloon.
Okay.
And I sit there and I pray and I pray and I pray for 24 hours.
24 hours. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a religion check with advantage.
Oh, okay. Okay. Different dice. 19.
19. Okay. So, Kinsley, at this time, you have essentially been endowed with the powers of a prophet of Saloon. You have been as close to her essentially as a spiritual leader can get. If you were to return back to the followers of Saloon in the Sword Coast, back to your guild, they would be able to recognize that you have grown spiritually and you have become connected with her to the point where, whether you know it or not, they would probably put you in charge. Your connection has grown so strong with her that as you begin to pray and as Saloon sees that what you're doing is justice and holy and right for these people, and you have brought essentially the Night Mother's presence stronger here in Barovia than it's ever been, suddenly everything goes dark. As if the sun has disappeared from the sky. And then through the broken windows on the big giant, there was glass-stained windows behind you that are shattered here and there. You see moonlight coming in, and it touches the altar. You see the light, and you see the flecks of moon dust coming down in between the rays of light. And you hear a voice. Daughter of the moon, you ask this of me, to bring these people hope, to bring spirituality and religion and a fire back to these people. For you, I will light the blaze that starts here. And you see the entire floor and everything, light emanates through the ground, the cracks in the cobblestone and everything, just light shoots everywhere and expands outward, disappears, and the sun comes back. and you see Ismark is running inside, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on? Are you okay? What in the heck just happened?" There was light and there was dark and things were exploding everywhere, but it was just light, and it disappeared as it got down outwards to the edges of the church. What in the world just happened?
How long has it been?
10 minutes.
Well, I think the Night Mother is hearing me and giving you what you need.
We see that Ismark is just in awe. He's like, I don't know what to say. This religion has always been a very important part of my life. My father taught me to follow the Night Mother and the Morning Lord, and I had always thought about following that and becoming a priest one day. And this church is my opportunity to do that. And you have made it possible. I feel like there's so much I could learn from you. Would you teach me?
I would be honored.
That is just incredible. Thank you so much. You see, he approaches the dais and just gets on his knees and he starts like praying and thanking the gods for bringing you and your friends to Barovia.
I just continue doing what I was doing.
Okay. We are gonna go back over to the Vaktor House estate. And me and Francisco and Spit are over in a corner. And what are you guys doing?
I'm like a bottle into some wine. Okay, me, here we go. We're going to
We
try it
get
again.
Payback time.
I have like an
Payback time.
apple on my head and Spit's got his bow.
I got it. I'm gonna hit it.
You got it, man. You got it. And I start drinking. You got that. You got that.
Okay.
Me is only just now realizing what's going on.
What?
What?
Why are you moving? Stop moving. I'm gonna hit you.
You got it. Just follow the target. You can do it.
Wait, no, wait, I'm not ready.
You see that Spit closes his eyes. He's like, okay.
Use the force.
Here it
Spit.
I run behind Francisco.
And he shoots. Me, what are you doing?
I'm running behind Francisco.
What are you doing when you get there?
Like, are you trying
Hiding?
to hide from him?
Oh, yeah, are
or-
you hiding? You like, okay, so you're just trying not to get hit.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get hit. If
You know, he's
Francisco's
shooting
in front of
at me, right?
Yeah, he's trying to shoot at the apple or whatever it was that you put on your head.
I mean, if I perfectly align
yeah,
If
there you
with
go.
Francisco's
just
body,
stand behind Spit, then it's no problem.
that's a fair point. But I may or may not have thought he was trying to shoot at me. So
Okay, so he closed his eyes and he hits the apple.
Spit, you have the force.
I'm amazing. Look at me
okay.
in all my glory.
Yes, Spit, you are
Yay.
amazing. I'm so freaking excited for you to kill Strahd. Let's go.
Now, before we break the crystal sphere orbs that Kinsley has lent me, or I guess given me, let's use it to get some payback for what Strahd has done with your eye and scry on him.
Oh, that is very smart. Good job, me.
Yeah.
Good job. I'll put the bottle of wine down.
Okay.
Okay.
I go ahead and I start preparing. I'm assuming, because I told everyone that I'm doing scrying, that I took the Strahd's journal.
Okay, so you have Strahd's journal.
So essentially, what I do is I get my focus ready. I start setting up everything, and basically I checking all the components real
I
quick.
give me a like temple massage.
All right. So as he's doing that, I'm holding my hands around the crystal orb, kind of sitting upright. Now, recently, a lot of thoughts have kind of been going through me's head. So I feel like he has this conflict. And a specific thought has been on his mind recently because of a certain magical object he found and then, helped smash. And when he goes to say Strahd's name, instead a different word comes out. He says mother. And so me accidentally starts trying to scry on his mother.
Oh, okay. Huh. So your mom would have to make some kind of save, correct?
Yes, but because I am familiar with her, she has a -5. And then connection, I think I have to have a likeness or a picture of her, but which would give a -2 because I don't have a possession of hers and I don't have a body part or anything. So.
Well, but you know her, so you'll get the
Yes, I do.
-5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So -5 to her save, and she has to pass a wisdom save of 14 plus 5. So she has to, or sorry, it's a -5 to whatever her roll is.
Right. And she's a commoner, so it would be she has no bonus to it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
basically she has to roll like a
15
I think she
higher.
actually just has to roll a 20.
Okay. Well, it'd be a 19 or 20. Because you said a
Yes.
14 is the save, correct?
Yeah, -5.
Yeah, so
To
she has to
whatever she
roll
gets.
she has to roll a 19 or 20 essentially.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because meets it beats it.
She failed.
Ooh.
Okay, so what's mom doing?
So you begin to scry on your mother. Okay.
I feel like
I
this
wanted
came
it
out
to
of
be
left
so-
field.
It did. It did.
Nowhere.
I thought it would be cool.
So me, how long have you been gone?
At this point, me wasn't like super young when he left. He was, I think I said he was around maybe like 12-ish, something like that when he left.
Okay.
And
That's pretty young.
he's not like like super,
Playing anime.
like yeah, anime,
In an anime, 12 is
Um,
normal.
He got
Yeah,
his
I
first
don't-
Pokemon and he went on his journey. He looked
Yeah.
10 years old, no big deal.
I'm not sure how old he is right now. I don't know if I ever decided that, but we'll say he's like, maybe it's been like, he's got to be at least like 17-ish by now.
Okay, so you've
he
been gone
left, like,
about
12,
5
13,
years.
15. Yeah, something like
Okay, so it's been 5 years since you left. When you left, your mother and father were living in a town under the thumb of an evil druid. The druid forced these people to work, forced these people to pretty much do anything and everything he said. Tyrannical rule in this little town that you grew up in. As you were scrying, you see a room. A ramshackle room that you vaguely remember. There's a small bed. There's a small dresser. And it's dirty floors, dirty walls. And you see your mother sitting on a bed. She looks pretty much the same, but her hair is grayed. It's no longer auburn. She has a few more wrinkles on her face. And she's sitting in her bed with a small little blanket over her legs. She's got a small picture in her hands. And she's crying. about all you can see.
Me's hands start to shake at the realization of what he just did. And he kind of stares at it for a while. And then puts down the orb and just closes his eyes.
Does
Find him?
Francisco?
Did you get that anything? Any insight? I'm still rubbing his temples. Just,
Yeah, so I
You-
don't think Francisco
good?
realized that me
Oh,
looked at his
good there,
mom.
buddy. You're shaking a little bit. Did you see something horrible?
a tear goes down Me's eye.
Oh shoot, dude. Do you need some of this wine?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Here
Yeah.
you go. Drink up. Drink up.
I imagine Francisco's just, holding the bottle to his lips as
Yeah,
Me's,
it's just kind of like he's just kind of like feeding it to him.
It's just going
Francis-
down the side because he's only getting
Yeah.
a little bit in his mouth.
Francisco tries to pull away a bit, but Me bites the top of it and kind of pulls it to keep it.
Hey, that's mine. That's mine. Hey, okay, drink. Fine.
Bottle now empty.
It was like feeding a baby goat. What the freak, man?
Let me tell you, feeding a baby goat, if it's anything like feeding a baby sheep, they're aggressive about it.
It was pulling on that real good.
Me takes a steadying breath and goes, let's try this one more time.
Okay, you got this. You got this, dude. And I start massaging his shoulders this time.
And this time, now with Strahd's possession, it will make the modifier -4.
Okay.
And my knowledge, I have firsthand experience, so I have met the target, so there's no modifier. But I wouldn't say we're super familiar with him. I mean, we did read his diary, so that might.
We're
give points.
familiar with the
We're
guy.
I mean, he's trying to
Okay,
kill
he's
us,
attacked
so-
us.
I'm
Yeah,
so
Those-
familiar with him.
You're familiar.
Does all of
Okay,
that
so then-
stack? Familiar
It
doesn't
does
mean
stack.
It
Intimate
does say
knowledge.
it's stacked.
There are two separate categories with two separate modifiers that stack. So there's the knowledge and connection. So I'm familiar with him. So he gets a save modifier of -5. And I have a possession or garment, which is a modifier of -4.
So you're using scrying, correct?
Yes, scrying.
DM's
Now, if I had a body part, it'd be -10. But we don't. have
Oh dang!
Imagine
Let
if he
me
had,
just
like,
keep a body part of someone I want to scry on with me,
I
like
know,
a lucky
like-
Yeah,
rabbit
just be
foot.
like,
somebody's
hey, can I
toe.
have your hair?
Does
Okay.
hair count?
Wait,
So
that gives me an idea.
okay, so it has there's two categories. Yeah, how well you
Yes.
know them, knowledge about them, and then the connection, which is likeness or possession of garment or possession
And
of body
since he's
part.
Yeah, I
basically
just
our
realized I have that
nemesis.
too, so I looked at it.
So I am going to roll for something separate real quick.
Okay. You'll keep in mind he won't be able to know unless he can see invisible stuff.
Correct. So you cast scry, and it fizzles out.
You have, like, a magic barrier?
Drawing is blocked for some reason.
He's still kind of upset, now a little drunk. Working. Working.
Everything all right? Did it not work?
It's not working.
Like the opposite of that Anakin boy. It's not working. It's not working.
It's really not working. Really frustrating.
Have you been watching Star Wars or something?
I live with a Star Wars nerd. It is a common topic of conversation. We just had a lightsaber fight last night too, so that was fun.
Jealous.
cool.
So
he starts to get progressively more frustrated and starts slamming a little bit harder, trying to get the sphere to work, like trying to hit a
Let's
TV.
not do that.
me, give me an
Let's not.
intelligence check, either intelligence or arcana.
Where boy, if you break that sphere, you ain't getting the other one.
Intelligence or arcana? Oh,
This is 4.
For total?
wait, sorry, that's a 10. That's a 10.
I was gonna say, is that you have a +4? I thought that's what you meant.
No, sorry. Yeah, I have that's a total of 10.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
It's not good enough.
Me knowing that he doesn't want to break it.
Francisco, you're there and you see he's
Yeah,
frustrated. You can roll me an intelligence or arcana check.
With the -1 modifier, I got a 2.
Yeah, never mind.
Nice.
And I'm not gonna have spit roll to help you guys. There's no point. Okay, so what are you guys doing now?
Me frustratedly puts the orb into his bag.
Okay, me, it's okay.
Can we
I
say that
just-
Emra's about done right
Yeah,
now?
Emra's probably done with the dress by now.
Okay,
I take me into my arms and I hold him and it's like, okay, it's okay. We all fear
start-
sometimes, and I'm like stroking his hair. We all fear sometimes. We are not
Me-
perfect.
Me is sobbing at this point.
Emra comes in holding the dress folded up and packaged.
You see like a boogery, slobbery me.
Everything okay in here?
Shh, it's okay, it's okay.
The
Yes,
little
yes.
one wasn't able to look into his orb and see Strahd. He failed us.
You see,
No, me,
since
shush,
since me is
shush.
kind of drunk too, his facial features are starting to like fall down his face too, out of just changeling sadness.
Yeah, he can't hold
That
on
is
to it.
really gross. Like,
This has never happened to my face before. This is new to me.
okay.
I raise a hand up to his cheek. It happens in your later years.
I'm older than you.
Do we
I
really
think-
know how old the changelings are?
I think
Like-
I'm older than
how
you.
old I am anymore.
Okay. We need to go have this be delivered by express so that we can have a little, help from the man.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking that while Kinsley is doing her prayer thing, we can go see the wizard to hopefully maybe get my gun enchanted so that I am not so useless.
do we know where he is? This
He's
is
on the-
more than kind of no?
Right, he should be on the other side of the lake.
Okay, sure. Is that
But first, dress.
address? Yes. Where do you know if there's like a mail delivery boy?
There should be something. I know that
Yeah.
they're all like secret and you can't come into my city or village or town or whatever. But
Ask
If
the
we-
stupid birds to bring it to the lady.
what bird?
You mean the ravens? Can they?
It's
could
not
they-
like they're, I mean, we could ask, I guess, but it's also not like they're a delivery service. They might be insulted if we try them first. I would be.
Birdseed. No.
We could ask Martikov if he knows any way that we could deliver a package.
Yeah. Let's go, like, get a drink and visit Martikov and be like, hey, we have this package that needs to go to this, person. He's really important. He's going to help us kill Strahd, but only if we get this to him. Do you know of a way? That sort of thing.
Yeah. Let's go.
Me, do you
No,
want to stay here and, like, take a nap? Spit can watch you. You want
Spit can babysit.
you want to I was gonna say, do you want to babysit Spit?
No, I babysit.
That's what I was saying. Do you want to babysit,
I'll
comma,
babysit.
Spit?
Oh, yeah, I'll babysit.
All right, I'll babysit Spit. You.
Oh no. I
This-
babysit you.
I just
This
imagine
could
he
be a
like just like
disaster.
Yeah, he's like
slowly
slapping his face.
I love Spit so much.
This could potentially be a disaster, but you know, we're all probably going to die anyway, so whatever. Francisco, you want to come with me?
Yes. Just
All
stretch
right.
real quick. Okay, prepare
You
my
need to
body.
stretch to walk down to the
Ah,
inn.
I was comforting a crying man. My
You're
wow,
sore?
is-
What?
No, I'm not sore. The love from my chest, it just needs to be expanded so that way I can love more people. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let's go. I'm
Why are
being.
you so weird?
Shh. It's okay. I may
No,
have
it's-
already had half a bottle of wine. Let us go.
I really hope we don't have to fight anything later.
Now, as soon as I hear the front door close, I
Oh,
look
no.
over at Spit. Spit, do you want to go help me find a tree? I want to find a really nice tree.
Trees are gross.
You're gross.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wanna
be gross
smell?
Ah. That was great. You want to go be gross together under a tree?
Roll persuasion check.
Out of context, you know.
Sounds like you want to
persuasion.
go kiss Spit.
14 plus 8. Let's go. 21.
Okay.
Right? 22. All right, let's go.
Okay, so you guys go find a tree. Imra'lyr and Francis, we may not get to Castle Ravenloft today. Good gravy, you guys.
I'm trying to. I'm trying.
Imra'lyr and Francisco, you guys go over to the inn.
Yes.
You walk in, and there's Erwin behind the bar, and he's cleaning some cups.
Hey, my man.
Hey,
So-
welcome back.
So, you know, we're trying to kill Strahd and all this stuff, and we have this like holy person who's promised to help us if we can get this wedding dress to him. Do you know of like, I don't know, is there like a Pony Express or a mail service or something that could just get this over to him? It's the church
So
on the hill over in Kresk.
there's no actual like delivery service anywhere. The only place that actually does deliveries would be the Wizard of Wines. They have, I mean, my brother-in-law and my brother, they come and they do the rounds, and that's pretty much the only. You have to catch them as they're coming to get things delivered. But you are in luck because they are here. He
Oh,
points over to a booth, and the two of the gentlemen that you have met before are sitting over there. They came to essentially bring what little bit they had left to the Blue Water Inn. The rest of their reserves are kind of running out, but yeah, they're sitting there over in a booth.
I nudge
Maybe-
Francisco. Hey, Francisco,
Yes,
who has the stones?
that is what I was going to ask you. Was that
Have
you
it.
or me? I thought it was one
Well,
of you.
me
so-
had the one, but I think we not put them all in the bag of holding. I know I think we got all of them. Did we
I
not get all
think-
of them?
And I think we got all of them, and I think who has the bag of holding?
Kinsley.
I think me has one of them though. I think he had like the one from the scary tree place, and then
Oh,
I think Kinsley has like the other two.
yeah, the one
So-
that the hag had.
So-
Where? Where did we was the other one?
You guys got one from Yester Hill, and you
Mhm.
got one from Babala Saiga. You don't have a third one. That one has
Oh.
kind of been lost to time.
Okay. So we have the one from Babala Saga. We got the one from the tree. So and I think Kinsley has one me has the other.
Right. All right. So I feel like if we're going to ask for this favor, we should maybe just give them their stones.
I
What do
can
you
go
think?
get them. You can talk to them, chat them up. I don't know, and I'll
Ugh,
go.
I hate
grab.
chatting up people.
Or
But,
you know, are you maybe faster than me? I
I'm
don't
probably faster than you.
know. Okay,
But
I
we
can
have to go
talk.
to 2 different places. So maybe I go to one, you go to the other. Let's
Yeah,
just, you know,
yeah.
say, hey, we found something for you, but we didn't know you would be here. So let us go get it. You stay here and deliver this wedding dress for us. Yeah?
Okay, let's do that. Yeah.
Okay. We're
Okay.
gonna go over to the guys.
Okay, so you go over to the guys.
Hey, Spit. You know what would be funny?
Oh no.
What?
What if when we find this tree, we what was I saying again? You know, let's throw a surprise for the others. So let's not be seen by them.
Me, you're
Let's
drunk.
put
Go
on a
home.
No, I am home. I'm with you. But
I don't think we should go find a tree.
no,
You're too drunk.
no. I turn into a rat and start scurrying away.
Oh.
Make an opposed dexterity check against Spit. Spit's got a +4 to dex.
Not bad. Not bad.
That's a dirty 20.
22.
Oh,
He grabs the
That's-
little rat and he's like,
You need to go inside.
and he starts taking you back to the house.
You see, I start flailing like a noodle.
Okay.
like when you hold a
So-
dog over water.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
go up to the two guys. Hola, hey, how's it going, guys? It's been a bit, no?
Oh, yes, Francisco. Yes. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Hey, man. So we have this dress that needs to get to the one of the towns, though. What's it called?
Kresk. The
Kresk.
Abbot and Kresk.
Yes, we need to get it to the Abbot and Crest. Now, we have really good news. Unfortunately, we are not the treasurers of our party, so we don't have the things that we need to give you. Yo, we found your stones, your magic stones for your winery. We found 2 of them.
You see their eyes light up. Oh my goodness, that's incredible. That's so
Yeah.
amazing.
It's so freaking cool, no? Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to leave the dress with you guys, and we are going to go run and get them. They are with our the actual people who take care of the equipment and stuff. So we're gonna run and get them, and we'll come back and give them to you, so you guys can take your stones, deliver the package. It's all gonna be great. That sound
Okay.
good?
Yeah, so they agree to take the dress for you. They never planned on going back to Kresk because Kresk has still been waiting for their wine delivery, and they're pretty mad at the Martikoffs right now. But if they can go and tell them that it's coming and let them know what happened and that the problem has been fixed, they're more than willing to help you out. Without giving them the stones, they would have
Perfect.
not have helped you out.
Also, here is 14
Leverage.
gold.
What are you doing?
Perfect. Okay. So
We are
that is
adding
now
inflation to this town.
yeah. And for the sake of time, we'll say you guys went and got the stones from me and from Kinsley and brought them to the guys. And now the Martikovs are super happy.
Cool.
Me is not
Awesome.
happy.
We had to
Yes.
struggle one of these from a rat, just so you know, it was awful.
You know, yeah, I let imra'lyr deal with that. I just talked to Kinsley.
If we role played that, we would never get anywhere.
Kinsley
Yeah.
just in the middle of her prayer points to the bag.
All
Thank you, Kinsley.
right,
Thank you.
Francisco, let's go find what's his name?
Morten Kaiser? Morten
I always want to call him a Mortikov, but he's not. I don't know why I can't remember his name. Let's go see if he'll enchant my gun,
Oof.
and then we can go storm. Oh wait, we have to wait for
Oof.
Kinsley.
Before you guys leave, I'm assuming you're talking while me is next to you. Me goes into human form and says, and reaches his hand up towards imra'lyr's hand. I need tree.
Okay, we're going into the forest. There's lots of trees. You can like make friends with one of them or something.
Yeah.
I pick up me and put him over my shoulder like firemen carry.
I go into my younger version.
Very good.
Kid form.
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
Let's go
Okay.
tromp off with a drunk into the forest without our healer. Sounds great.
So,
That's a bad idea.
so you guys go to Lake Zarafich, which is north of Valeki. You get into a boat and you cross to get to the other side where you know Mordenkainen is somewhere up in those hills. I'm going to have you guys make survival checks to see if you can remember. Yeah, to see if you can remember where his little hut is.
Me is going to be making checks for the biggest,
Natural
strongest tree he can
20.
find.
Okay, cool, cool,
I'm
cool.
gonna
I
say
got a 16.
Francisco's was pretty good.
Yeah, mine was 16. Yeah, not bad, not bad.
23 in total.
Okay.
Crit success.
So you guys are able to imra'lyr. Actually, yes. Okay, imra'lyr was there. I had to think about that for a second because she didn't come back, but she did go there because you got pulled into the fog with Mordenkainen.
Mm-hmm.
So you know exactly where his little hut is, or where the little cave is, where his hut is like hidden away in there. And you go to the little hut, and I gotta roll something real quick.
I hope he's home. I hope he's home. I hope he's home.
Okay, so you get to the little cave, and the way that the hut works is that no one knows it's there or anything unless you can see stuff that's not there, unless you have true sight. So you guys see an empty cave.
Mordenkainen, buddy. I
And what?
start knocking around on the air.
So you guys start looking around. You said you went to go find the biggest looking tree you could find or something
Yeah.
like that.
Biggest, stonkiest, chonkiest tree I can find.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Perception. I rolled with them, so with perception, thank goodness it's a pretty high stat. That's a 10.
You rolled a 10. Okay. So, I mean, you find the biggest tree you can find here is maybe like 3 feet across. So, relatively big, but not huge.
Is it one of the healthier looking ones? I'm not very good at looking.
Nothing here looks healthy, really.
I'll make
He's
it
going to
healthy.
get turned on.
All right. Me and still in his little kid form. I don't know if he's alone or not, but
Depends. You went off to go look for a tree, and
were you two
Francisco
paying attention? Did you tell
imra'lyr.
Skip to come with me?
You said that you were looking for a tree, and they said they were looking
I
for
did
something else.
say I
See?
had him over my shoulder.
Okay.
That's true.
So I
So
did probably-
okay.
I
there-
assumed he was looking like from my shoulder.
I was
Okay.
initially looking from your shoulder. Yeah.
Then we'll say that. We'll say that you're relatively close to them.
Okay. And me kind of goes up to the tree, pulls out his lucky stone, my stone of good luck, because it happens to be, what I need because I don't have money on. I don't
You
think I
need
have
the
enough
opal?
money to do Awakened. Yeah, or I had it named. Whatever it is, it was
The
the
lucky
same rock.
stone. Yeah.
Yeah. So he puts the stone on the tree and he begins to cast Awaken,
Okay.
which means it's gonna be here for a while.
How long does
um,
Awaken take?
Casting time is 8 hours.
Are you guys gonna want to hang around for 8 hours?
We don't know what he's doing.
That's true. So
So-
he starts to cast that.
Basic. I'll do a quick description. He puts the stone up to the tree's bark, and the stone seems to slightly get pushed into it, and the grass seems to envelop the lower part of me a bit, with roots kind of slowly going up. And he's still very emotional right now, kind of drunk. So, this stone's sliding a bit, but also his tears are falling on the roots. And he starts to just mumble himself. And he's heard somewhere that singing helps trees grow, so he starts randomly singing a song that he heard from his childhood, and is just like sitting there crying, saying, "Please wake up," singing, and just being a mess while
Yeah.
awakening a really scary looking tree.
I
Okay.
think we're going to have to talk to me about why he's so upset. What happened?
I don't know. He's cried and then started crying, then cried again, then failed, and then started crying even more.
Okay. Hey, Mortegainen, are you here? Please be here.
So it's been about 10 minutes of you guys yelling for him and nothing.
Gosh dang it.
Do you have a way to see if his mansion's here?
I will use one of my detect magic uses for the day to try and see with my magic eye.
Okay. So
with my magic eye.
you use your magical eye.
And I just realized something, but it's okay. We'll get to it. It won't matter anyway.
Just a sec.
Real quick, I'm just gonna let you know, me is probably just hallucinating right now because I realized I don't have the spell slot for awake.
So he's not even casting this.
He just
Nice.
thinks he's
He just
casting
thinks
his
he
spell right
is.
now.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. That's great.
Okay. So let's see. It's called Mordenkind. Is it just called Tiny Hut?
Mordecai.
I
Well,
thought
it was
one
his
here.
Fabulous
mansion.
Yeah, it was the that
The
one.
mansion. Yeah, yeah.
mansion.
Okay. Well, I just really need to know. Okay. So you do use your eye, and you do see the color red, which is evocation magic coming from that little cave. So you can assume the hut is there.
can you not like get the location-ish, direction-ish?
Of like
It should. Oh,
At
is
least
this
get a
like
direction, right?
It's
it's in
like
the hut is in the cave. It's
Yeah, but like if he's in the cave, can he like turn and be like, oh, it's not that way, it's this way?
It
Where-
should be
I-
basically an outline of the thing.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's a cave, and inside the cave is the hut, and he's looking in the cave and sees the
So
red
if he
magical.
walked up to
Okay.
it, he
Okay.
would
Do
see.
you
I-
see anything?
yes, I see it. I walk up to it. I see I go up to where the outline is, and I try to knock.
Remember, it's not a very big cave, guys. Essentially, it sits at the mouth of the
Oh.
cave, so you don't have to go
Right.
in the cave. It's just there on the side of the
I
mountain.
go up to it, and I try to knock on the outline that I see.
Okay, I mean, like your hand goes through, because it's not solid. Like unless it's in its own little dimension.
I mean, it's there, but I can't really do anything. Like,
How do we get his attention?
don't know how this magic works. Dang it. I'm going to try and I'm going to try and cast Chaos Bolt at it to see if that will knock on the door.
Go
To see
ahead.
if something magical does anything. I cast it.
You cast it, and it goes right through. Both of you guys give me intelligence checks.
Ah, my -1. Dang it. Oh my gosh, but I got a nat 20.
Nice. So you imagine that the hut works about the same as the dome that Kinsley makes, where if someone was in there, they could hear you. Like, he could hear you. He would know you're there if he's in there. So odds are he's not home.
Freaking dang, it's probably not home. I mean, it would have to work like it's a dome.
You
I
know,
don't
this
know.
is really disheartening because How am I supposed to be helpful if everything I do is halved? I don't have a way of like. I don't have magical weapons like all of you. You're hallucinating. Go home.
I don't know. Maybe I can like. Is there like holy oil we can dip your bullets in?
Well, yeah, we have something like that, but the thing is that it can only do so many, and who knows how many are going to be needed.
Could I?
You are not the level that is able to enchant something.
I was
I can
gonna
tell
say,
you.
can I instill it with electricity?
If there was just a way to make it a little magical, then they'd be taking the full damage. But
I don't have
as it is,
anything. Oh, chuta. Loco, mi loco. No, I
Emma
don't
kind of
have...
just sits down, really dejected and frustrated.
Here's what we are going to do. We can go back, find Kinsley, and when she is done with her prayer, we can have her send a message to Mordecai and be like, yo, Che, look, we need to see you about enchanting bullets maybe, so that way we can
Not
fight
the
Strahd.
bullets, it needs to be the gun. And
Oh,
do you
the
know
gun.
how long it takes to enchant something? This is going to be difficult as it is. Aphrodite has sat in his tower for days doing one item. He's had to take breaks.
It's not going to be easy. I don't know. Well, for now, we have to head back. There's nothing we can do. We are not going to accomplish anything by sitting around and doing nothing, no? So, let us go back to town and find Kinsley, grab me, sober him up maybe a little bit. I don't know. I can handle my drink pretty good, but he can't. I don't know. And we will figure something out. It is okay. Besides, your rifle like blows people's heads off anyway already.
People who aren't resistant to non-magical damage.
It's okay. We'll figure something out. It'll be fine.
So you guys
Look at
head
the
back?
bright side.
There is no bright side.
There's always the bright side.
There is no bright side.
There's always a bright side. You're
Not
so
in this
strong.
case.
You are so powerful.
I am not strong when they are resistant to what I am strong with.
You see Spit walks up to you, and he's like,
Mommy, I have 2 magical weapons. Do you want one?
he like is holding up Lightbringer and the Sunblade. He's like,
I gotta pat him on the head. I don't
It's
know
okay,
if it will
Mommy.
make-
I can
don't-
use everything. Like, I have another sword I can use.
I don't know if I would be very useful using a sword.
You can try.
We could practice a little bit, maybe.
No, like I'm good using a sword, but I'm more powerful with my gun.
Your gun doesn't help you in close range.
Unless I have it right on their face.
But then it happens to disadvantage. Well, not right in their face.
The point of staying far away and using my gun is that there's at least one of us who can get back in and pop someone up with a healing potion because they've taken less damage. Being able to keep myself out of danger so I can look after everybody else who has to be in danger is part of the point. I can't do that if I'm right in his face. Then I'm just waving a sword around. And I could fall just like anybody else.
Yeah, I risk it all the time.
Right, but you have me with healing potions in case that needs to happen. And Kinsley is, you know, she always takes care of it too. But if she falls, someone has to help her. I have a mythology of how I fight, and right now it's falling apart. Let's go back.
Okay.
So you guys go back into town,
Me is
and
passed out.
me's passed out from
I am
drinking.
carrying me.
Okay. You guys are getting back into town, and it is getting pretty late.
Kinsley's casting time is 24 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just checking so I can make sure I can actually cast Awaken when it comes time.
So what are you guys doing?
We go to our house and rest, sleep.
Emma's just gonna go to bed.
'Kay.
She's like pretty put out.
So you guys go back into town. You are essentially safe in Valeki, so I will not have you guys do any checks, staying up all night. Kinsley stays at the church, and Ismark and the boys are there with her. They've been camping out at the church lately anyway, so they're going to stay there with her, and the next day comes. What are you guys
Right.
doing now?
Me wakes up pretty early. So, you know, groggy. And he is determined to find the best tree he can find to be helpful and useful at this point.
Okay. So you
So
go outside and
he-
you find a tree.
You start searching. In fact, I believe I could do this a few levels ago, but me is actually gonna, you know, go the common route and turn into a raven. And he's gonna search for a tree with a good bird's eye view.
Okay, give me a perception check, and being high in the air, you can do it with advantage.
Not much better, but still better. 15.
Okay. You're flying around, and you do happen to see a tree. It's not a very large tree, but it does have some green leaves on it.
Okay. How far away is it from the town?
Quarter mile.
Not too far. Does it seem, from what I can assess, is it relatively safe there?
And with a perception check of 15, you're not really sure because the brush, like, it's in the forest, and the forest is.
Yeah, I'll swoop down onto the tree to kind of like sit on the branches and kind of quickly look around, see if there's any immediate danger.
Okay, give me another perception check.
11.
11. You don't see anything.
Okay. Me keeps in mind where it is and flies back towards the others. I don't know if they're awake or not by now, but me basically goes and lands on Francisco's head if he's still there.
Yeah, Francisco's doing like sit-ups. He's got like hanging from a tree and doing sit-ups
Mhm.
right now.
I sit on his, since he's probably upside down, I assume. Or are you doing like sit-ups to where like you're hanging from a tree, or are you doing sit-ups next to a tree?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Since you're upside down, me lands on your chin here as you're kind of like going up and down.
Hey, what's up? What's up, dude? Come on. Yeah.
Emma's still in bed.
Me is pretty noticeable from the fact that his feathers aren't actually the raveny dark bluish color. They're more of that platinum color. And he starts poking at Francisco's cheek.
Do my workout. Okay, fine. What do you need? I hop out of the tree.
He kind of hops down and starts going towards the direction of the tree to lead you, and then starts slowly kind of floating, in that direction, trying to lead him.
Yeah, I guess I am going to follow the me raven. Okay, cool.
I lead him to the tree. I turn back into human form. All right. This is the one. I'm gonna go for this one, okay?
Is it the thing where you turn the tree into a person and the tree fights for us?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm going to be over here training, working out and whatnot, in preparation for the big battle. So I will be kind of watching, but I'll be here if you need anything, I guess.
All right. Real quick, before I do that, though, me today, find it there, does speak with plants. He is going to just go ahead and cast it to speak with this tree and see if, are you okay with being awakened?
Hmm.
So he puts his hand to the tree and casts it and starts to speak in tree speak. It sounds like leaves rustling as he speaks, and he says to it, "Hey, I assume you're pretty old, right? It's not the best thing to start off with, but hi, are you okay with becoming sentient and smarter and being alive more than you are?"
I don't know.
Got an ant on our hands.
Okay. Do you want to become beautiful and healthy and strong, and your skin will feel vibrant and beautiful? Because boy, do I have the product for you.
I don't have skin.
Your bark will glow.
I do like being healthy.
You can go anywhere you want, see any of the sights you want to see. Best part, you don't have to listen to me after just a 30-day free trial.
What's the catch?
You're going to die.
Well, just for 30 days, basically, I'm not gonna make you do anything you don't really want to, but essentially, we'll have a chance to stick together and have our friendship grow and develop. But after 30 days, if you want to leave, you can leave. I'm not gonna force you to stay. If you want to go off and explore some other place, that's fine. But that's it. I'll make sure nothing bad happens to you.
Roll a
Release the
deception check.
Just release a treant into the world.
From Barovia, who might be evil. We don't know.
Oh,
12. Okay, give me a sec. I mean, it's
Roll
a
to
tree.
decept
It's got an
tree.
intelligence of 0, so
roll to deceive a tree.
you rolled a 12?
Yeah.
It rolled a 12 too, so meeting is beating.
Oh.
So is that for you or me? I'm going to say you beat it because you meet it. You meet his. Because I'm the
Okay.
DM.
Okay.
So he, as long as I can leave when I want.
Okay. Just make sure to make it verbally known to me. And then be like, hey, go.
Okay.
I sever the connection. Thinking about it, maybe I should have just awakened him without interviewing him. Oh well. I put the stone to the tree and I start to cast Awaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do that. Francisco's
Now what
training.
I hallucinated actually happens this time.
Okay. Eventually, the hours pass to the point where your tree becomes awakened. Kinsley, you are done. The church is now hallowed ground. Everyone is awake. And what are you doing?
All right, real quick, I need to make it known. It is charmed for 30 days. Also, it has a +10 to its intelligence and can move.
Okay, perfect. So because it is charmed, it is going to listen to what you say and what you want. So he does follow you.
Okay.
Yes.
So once me has his tree.
Into town.
Yep.
It's me.
You know,
I think
me,
the
yeah,
I think
me
the
would do it.
village is the town's probably used
As
to
we're
it
walking
by now.
through, I was like, okay, guys, this is Joffrey. This is the tree that me awakened. It is a good guy. Do not attack it. Okay, everyone, put your pitchforks down.
You see all the town
Fire
guards?
back. Stop! No, stop! Put that down.
Okay, hold on. I need to make it known to everyone. If any of our companions or people we're friendly to starts attacking it, it won't be charmed anymore. And also, it can choose if it wants to stay friendly to us or not. So nobody attack my friend, please.
Make a persuasion check. I'll just
I
roll
am-
one.
I am helping him.
Okay, do it with advantage. Yeah, do it with advantage.
19.
They got a 19 as well, so you meet it, so you beat it.
Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah,
Because, geez.
well, they rolled a straight 19. They're commoners, so. Okay, so no one attacks the tree, and you are able to get it into town. So what's the
Okay,
plan?
What would
Coming
you
out
like
of the
your name to
church?
be, sir?
What was that?
Who?
Me.
Cat-
What would you like your name to be, sir?
Oh.
Oh no.
My name is Thorn.
I was gonna say Thor. I like
all
it,
tree.
Thorn.
The all tree. Yggdrasil or Ysgrasil or whatever, however you say it. The tree of life.
All right, Thorn. We gotta, save the land, save the nature. We gotta get together and be able to free our naturey brethren to be able to grow and flourish and become big and strong trees again. We're gonna save everyone. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to find Kinsley and see if she can send a message to Mordenkainen and all the other people we need to gather to begin the attack. The attack. What am I, French? Ugh, spending too much time in Barovia. Okay, I am going to, I'm looking for Kinsley.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to find her easily enough. Kinsley's making her way back from the church. So you guys kind of meet up in the center of town square.
Hi, Kinsley. How are you? You look very tired.
I need a nap.
Okay, before you take a nap, do you have any juice left to send some messages?
I have plenty of juice.
Okay.
I only cast one spell 24 hours.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
I wouldn't suggest doing that unless it's really necessary.
Yes, it seems like a long time. All of my spells are like very instantaneous. Nothing is. Yes. Anyway, we need to gather our armies, and we also need to contact Mordecai and find where he is at right now, and see if he can maybe enchant imra'lyr's gun. That could take a couple of days, though. I don't know.
Oh. Well, I have a spell that might help. I can make her gun holy. It is. That's the thing. That's the catch.
How long does it stay holy for?
An hour. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Hold on. Let me
But
double
it's
check.
concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she wouldn't be able
She
to
wouldn't
cast
be
any
able
other
to cast
spell.
any.
And it's a
she
level
could, but
5.
not
I
a
could cast.
concentration.
I couldn't cast my spirit guardians. It wouldn't be able to make us invisible or
Yeah, you can't cast other concentration.
yeah. Yeah, it is a bonus action to cast, and it is a concentration up to 1 hour.
Can you imagine if there was a feat to where you had 2 minds, so you could do 2 concentration spells at once? That would be cool.
My friend talks about that all the time.
I mean, it would take away from a few other things I could do, but if, you know,
We'll keep it in our back
all
pocket.
else fails, I can try to send a message to Mordenkainen and see if he'd be able to help.
Yeah.
Oh, Kinsley, this is Thorn, by the way.
Oh. Oh, hello.
He's old, but he's
Uh,
my friend.
is that
I hope you stand my friend, sir.
I lean over to Francisco.
could we have just asked him to stay outside of town so that it
It's like I'm seeing all of the guard are very scared right now.
It is me.
uh,
Or would you expect anything else from him?
Oh,
Well-
imagine a gargoyle carrying him into battle.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, let us...
I would have hoped you would have suggested it.
Trust me, on the way here, I mentioned it, but he was pretty obstinate about the tree being introduced to everybody, so everyone knew who he was and wouldn't attack him when we attacked the castle. You know, all those things.
Oh,
Also, it'll
okay.
be important for diplomatic reasons after this is all said and done, between trying to get up the bridge between land and man. You know.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Like the wild and the, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Who am I sending messages to?
We need one to Mordekainen.
Right.
We need one to the elf boy, dark elf guy. What's his name?
The one with the see people,
Talking about
Anyway.
Casimir.
Yeah, Casimir.
the one who basically
The one who said
turned
he was
himself
gonna
into a
go off to Castle Ravenloft and save his sister and asked you guys to
He's
help and you
dead.
said no.
yeah, he's probably not alive anymore.
Right.
He didn't
but
want
the
to
thing-
wait. We said we would help him. He did not want to wait.
Right.
This is true.
I
That's
mean,
his fault.
if he is
Not taking
alive, he
responsibility
did
for that.
say his people would fight Strahd.
I can try.
Okay. Who else did we want to
Well, the
contact?
Marty.
Did the Mardikovs say that they would help?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Okay.
Ravens of
And
the
I mean,
Feather or the Keepers
I
of
mean,
the
we
Feather
can
will
just talk.
You can
we
just talk to them. I don't need to
Yeah.
send him a message.
The Revenant.
The
Revenant,
Revenant,
man.
and his army. Okay, is there anyone else?
I think that's it.
Should I
How
send
about
one
the
to
Grace?
the abbot?
We tell the abbot the dress is on its way. We are sending it
And
with.
that Where is it being sent to?
It's being sent to Kresk via Martikov, to the abbot.
To the abbot. Okay.
What about the werewolves?
I can ask if they'll help. That's a lot of people to talk to. How many? Can I do this?
Kinsley, make or all of you make history checks real quick.
I don't know if the werewolves.
Okay, I'm
would
putting you in dice show. You've been
necessarily-
giving me bad rolls.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
12.
Nope. Imra
History.
is pouting in bed, very distraught,
That's a 3.
feeling useless.
Kinsley, you remember that most of these people told you to send them a raven.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, guess what? Just remembered something. I
Yeah?
don't think I have to send them all messages.
I mean,
I have to
Oh.
send a raven.
I mean, you
Okay.
probably should write out a message at least.
Right,
You don't have to send a
we
message.
can send them a note.
Who do I remember who specifically?
I mean, all the people you listed. I mean, the
Okay.
people. I mean, and you just have to send out stuff. Like it's your guys' job to keep note of all your stuff and not for me to tell you who's in your army? You have to remember.
Everyone's in our army.
Right.
Let
It
them
just-
in our army. and
we
you're in our
remembered.
army.
We remembered who was in the army. We
Yeah.
just didn't remember like how they
That-
wanted to be
yeah.
contacted.
Yeah,
We,
that.
So-
we're so used to
so-
using spells for everything.
So who are you contacting? You need to let me know who you're contacting. So that
It'll
way.
be well, I feel like I should try to actually send a message to Mordenkainen,
Okay.
send a message to the guy we think might be dead. See if he's
See if
out
he's
there.
actually dead.
And then send a raven to the
Werewolves?
Revenants,
Werevants.
werewolves.
I don't know if we got
Yeah, I know
it's not
your,
for
your
sure, but it's
mom.
okay, so
Possibility.
we'll send one
So,
to the werewolves.
Kinsley, real quick about that, you might want to leave out the part where, your mom's currently in the castle. She's not.
I feel like if I leave that out, then when they show and she's not there, that could be bad. So what I will say is that she has infiltrated
There you go. Wording.
and is calling on them to fight Strahd's army.
There you go. Wording.
Yeah, so who can write real well?
I
Ha,
can forge
I am-
people's writing.
I am a cartographer. I am an
That's-
artist.
Max, you can copy writing. I
I
just
can
assume that
forge-
makes you a good
Yes.
penmanship. Okay.
I mean,
We'll
I've
have-
seen some really cool writing in my
Well-
day, and I have it all stored up in my brain. Just tell me how fancy you want it to be.
It doesn't need to be fancy. It's calling them to arms. So
Okay.
I do it
Yeah.
in a, I do it in a relatively
Francisco.
like.
Fine. Okay.
Okay.
I see
bye.
how it is.
I do it in a
Sorry.
kind of urgent font, but not like kind of
Illegible.
font.
it
Yeah,
is
like
a calling to arms.
yeah,
so
like it's-
so you're getting the ravens, so the Mardikovs essentially.
Which
Uh,
we'll just talk to them.
Yeah, Mordenkainen, Casimir, the Revenant, and the werewolves, and that's all.
Believe so.
Mordenkainen and
abbot.
Casimir.
Oh, right.
you're-
I need to actually tell the abbot that the dress is on the way.
So you need to send three
message.
message. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, the only other people I can think of would be who Casimir, like their
Right,
group, but
but
I don't
they're-
know.
We only know Casimir.
Right. We don't really know them, and we don't really know like the gypsy people.
Mhm.
Oh,
And they're
yeah.
not like, I mean, yeah, we returned his daughter, but I don't think that means he's
There
gonna.
was
Yeah.
There was
no,
tension.
like,
Yeah, no,
We
I punched
could-
him in the face real good.
Yeah, so we're not gonna
Wait,
ask for
wait.
his assistance. I don't think.
one more. I know it might be a bit of a long shot, but she is the reason we're here.
Oh,
We could
Esmeralda
call
and what's his
on
bucket?
the
Huh.
the gypsy lady. That's the reason we're here. I mean,
She's not going to help us. I'm not there. I'm sleeping.
but
Yeah.
she might help us in some little way at the very least. Maybe she'll swoop in and actually be pretty like.
I don't know. I
Strahd,
don't
you're-
quite trust her. If
I
that
don't
makes
either.
sense.
But yeah,
I
Esmeralda and that other guy.
Yeah, Esmeralda though, the hot one with the fake leg. Like
Oh,
we
the
should,
one who's like the hunter lady.
that's who we are talking about.
Okay, I'll send a message to her, the abbot, the Mordenkainen.
I mean,
The
Couldn't we
ravens
just
can
send
go
a
to
raven to her?
the
No?
Oh,
only
that's
one.
true.
The only one you need to magically contact would be
Then the
Mordenkainen if we're going
Well,
to try and
let
get
the abbot know that his dress is on
abbot's
the
young.
way.
Then the
But
guy that's the
also, I mean, I guess it doesn't super matter if he shows up, so we can send him a raven to try and find what's his face. I can never remember his name.
Casimir.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So let's start with the messages you're going to send. So let's start with Mordenkainen.
Okay.
So many people.
Sending.
Mordenkainen, it's Kinsley.
Kind of it's Kinsley.
I got it. I got it.
Okay, thank you.
We are setting up to go after Strahd. We also were hoping to see if you can enchant imra'lyr's weapon. Please respond.
That's 25. So you get a response back. imra'lyr, roll me a d4 and tell me what you get.
A D4. Where are my fours? I always have fours out. Here we go. 4.
Okay, and roll me a d20.
Eight.
8. Okay. You get a response back, and he says, Kinsley. What was the first thing you had said to him? I was counting, so I wasn't paying attention to what you actually said.
We are
Setting
getting
up to
ready,
get ready.
setting up to infill or to go after Strahd.
Okay. So he says, someone want to count this for me so I can pay attention to what I'm actually saying.
Oh, I should probably pay attention too.
Yeah. So
Someone else
I'll
count.
try.
okay. Kinsley, I'm still not ready to fight Strahd. Still looking for my stuff. Currently, I'm looking near Ravenloft. I can enchant weapons. It takes time.
Okay. So he's near Ravenloft. Kind of want to know how much time he thinks he'll need. How much time do you think you'll need to be ready? And how much time does it take to enchant?
No idea when I'll be ready. Have to find staff and book. That's the whole point. That's why he's not ready.
Right, yeah,
he's
but,
like
he could have had one at least.
to enchant takes
It's a simple enchantment, so it shouldn't really
right,
take
right.
that
Yeah, it just
long.
makes it magical.
Half a day minimum.
Okay. Well, he doesn't have a staff or his book.
Hey, don't we have a staff and a book? Like maybe he could just borrow? I don't know.
I don't think that's how it works with wizards. I think they need their own.
But the weird
Book,
kid
at
said he like
least.
found the book and was like learning to use it.
Right.
And Mia has his like magical staff of whatever.
I think that belonged to the person on the ground that we took it off the body.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
So
Yeah, you found the staff in the Ember Temple, and you found the book in the Burgomaster's attic.
which I mean, it's just the first level spells, and then the rest of it's just blank pages, right?
I mean, essentially, the stuff that's in there, you would think Mordenkainen could do a lot more than what's in there.
Right.
Because
Maybe
he's
it's
like a
enchanted
famous
to
wizard.
not show up unless it's in the hands of Mordenkainen.
I don't know. Maybe you maybe her stuff, because like he tried to fight Strahd, right, and then lost. So like maybe his stuff is inside a Ravenloft.
Maybe that kind of makes sense. Okay, and he said it takes about a half a day to enchant a weapon at minimum.
Does he need his book to enchant or a staff?
I don't know.
Have any
Let's.
more-
I do, but let's move on to the abbot. I want to make sure that we let him know the dress is coming.
Okay.
All right. Dear Abbot, it's Kinsley. I wanted to let you know the wedding dress is on the way. Here's to hoping it works.
Yeah, 5 more words.
You don't have to do 25.
Yeah. Just letting you know.
Okay. How long has it been since you guys left there? I think it's
It's only been a couple days.
because you left there, you went to Argynvost, then you went down to. I'd say it's probably been 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave us a
So, and he
week.
gave you a week. So you get a response, and he says, "Thank you for getting that. Once it arrives, I will be more than willing to hold up my end of our bargain."
All right. Abbot knows it's on the way, and he is willing to hold up his end of the bargain once he receives the dress.
Stop.
Okay. And there was no one else I needed to send a message to, right?
I think we are sending ravens to everyone else.
Right, and then we're talking to Marty Cobbs. Okay. One more message I'm sending to Mordenkainen.
After that brief pause of no response or no new message to him, I say,
Left him on red.
exactly.
Do you need your book or staff to enchant a gun? Also, are your book and staff in Ravenloft? Can we help find them? If so,
He responds, and he says, I'm at Ravenloft because that's where I was when I lost them. Fell. Really far.
Does he need them to enchant?
Right. I don't need them to enchant. Only reagents.
We could meet
Uh,
him there.
right. But what reagents does he need?
Can you send one more message and be like, we'll meet you there. What reagents do you need if you do not have them?
We will meet you there. What reagents do you need if you don't have them?
Depends on the enchantment.
It depends on the enchantment.
It's a simple enchantment. He knows that. That's why it's half a day. What the heck? My man.
Well, it's like, are you just looking for a +1? Are you wanting it to
Well,
be
yeah, all she's-
silver? You wanting
All
it?
she's looking for is so that it inflicts full
magical damage.
damage.
Okay, so then he would say, depends on the enchantment. Simple ones require magical reagents. Werewolf blood, vampire teeth. He lifts off a few different things like that.
We have a werewolf. We can just take his blood.
Would you like to be a blood donor? I got this a fancy little syringe thing that I just need to take some blood, if it is all right.
Does it only need to be that one, or does it need to be more than one?
Just one.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay, well, we have a werewolf. Me? Oh yeah, you have. This all happened in my head, by the way. Me? Would you be willing to spill blood for imra'lyr to have a magical weapon?
Okay.
I don't think it has to be all of your blood. I just think it's a little bit.
You know,
We'll see.
I don't think it's a lot that he needs.
you know, I'm used to other people's blood being collected, but not mine. This will be a new experience. Go for
We'll
it.
do it
Well,
when we
Yes,
get
we'll
there.
we'll wait until we are there. Okay. We should probably go tell Imra that we can get her thing enchanted. We need to have Mardikov send ravens and let them all know that we are getting ready to go to Strahd.
Perfect. You go talk to imra'lyr. I will go talk to Martikov. imra'lyr is a little bit moody, so I figured you would be better at dealing with that than me. And I will go assemble the army.
Okay. Why is she moody?
And because of the whole enchanting thing, we couldn't find him yesterday, and she was very put out.
Oh,
Oh.
well, should probably bring her something sweeter. Something.
I'll see if I can find some cake. I don't know. Well, I'll check at the bar.
Meanwhile, Imra is in the kitchen making herself a giant cake.
Sadness cake.
I come in with a little cupcake.
No.
As I'm
Okay.
like whipping frosting on top.
Gosh, cake sounds so good.
And,
Yeah.
I am
I
standing-
made apple crisp last night, guys, and it was super, super good.
They both departed their own way, and me's kind of just chilling here, like, well, Thorn, you want to go round up some animals, I guess, and maybe we could at least throw them at Straw. You know, make an army of our own.
Thorn like was sleeping on the side of the house and then just like wakes up. Okay.
All right,
I
let's
just
go.
imagine like in Shrek with the princesses and how the yeah.
Yeah.
But there
I
are
wanna
like
do
little
that.
birds and animals in the tree branches.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it looks like we already got a bunch of new recruits. You ready, soldiers? We're gonna bring back life to this land.
Okay.
Okay.
So Kinsley goes and gets imra'lyr, lets her know what's going on, that they need to find Mordenkainen, meet him near Ravenloft, and he can enchant her weapon. Francisco, you go to Mardikov and you talk to him about needing to send ravens to people and that you're ready to get the army together. You decide that everyone is going to meet near... Let's see. Everyone is going to meet near the big gate. If you guys remember, when you first came in, there were two giant gates in Barovia that had the statues. The first one was the one that brought you into Barovia, and then the fog closed in and trapped you in. The second one was as you were passing Castle Ravenloft, you passed through another giant gate to get to the west side of Barovia, where Valeki, Kresk, and all those other areas are. On the eastern side of that gate is Castle Ravenloft, the village of Barovia, the Tsar Pools, where you know Madame Eva is, all of those things. So you're going to meet on the western side of that gate, and you send the ravens off. Yes, Francisco.
While everyone is getting prepared and stuff, and after I've spoken with Mardikov, I take my map of Ravenloft Castle that I copied down from the schematics in one place, and I begin making more of them. So that way we can have each group have their own map of Ravenloft
Okay.
Castle.
Mm.
Cool.
his little soldiers coming out.
Awesome. And because you do
All
have
training.
that schematic and whatnot, I am going to give you a copy of the schematic that you can look at, but it's going to be edited because obviously there's things you can't see. And then you will be able to know the general layout of
Cool.
Ravenloft.
Sweet.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's happening.
Oh yes.
All right.
Okay.
So, you guys finally have gathered your army. You have told everyone to meet you at the gates, and you set off yourself to get there. It takes a few days, the rest of this day you camp, and then one more day, and you finally get to the gates, and you see the Revenant are there. You see the Ravens are there. Mordenkainen is there. The werewolves are there. And Esmeralda and Rudolph are there.
I'm glad I remembered them.
Yeah. So
But when I see Esmeralda, it's like, hey, how's it going?
You don't look the same.
I
No, you
don't. I don't.
You're just
I'm
a
just like
weirdo.
this white pretty boy.
do I know you?
Yeah. Well, it's me, Francisco. I can't turn into what I looked like before because of a warrior's oath. But I was that tall, dark, handsome guy with the beard and very sexy. No, you don't recognize my voice at all.
You're the one with the eye, right? Did you get
Yeah,
that
it's-
taken care of?
I got it taken care of. It's all good now.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. I'm glad you got that
yeah.
figured out. Well, good to see you again.
Yeah. Anyway, here's a map of Ravenloft. I'm gonna go get this way. I walk back to Kinsley. She's just too hot for me. I can't take it.
You know,
Okay.
Francisco, I couldn't help overhearing. You realize you don't have to keep this form because of me.
No, I promised, and I'm going to stay this way until my oath is fulfilled.
Well, thank you. No, it
No
doesn't
problem.
affect me really at all, but okay.
No, it is the expression of my vulnerability. Never mind.
Okay.
So you see Mordenkainen comes up and he's like, okay, so whose gun am I enchanting?
Take out my I have a rifle, right? Not a shotgun, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, rifle.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And
my
you will need
rifle.
His blood.
I just need it so that it will actually do full damage. It doesn't have to be fancy.
Okay, well, I mean, that's a simpler enchantment. I might be able to quicken the process then. You said werewolf blood. Who has the werewolf blood? Oh, you, the big scary one that changed in front of me. Okay.
Yeah.
When you know it's werewolf.
So I need you to transform.
Okay. I go into a nice fluid transformation into my beast form.
Sailor Man.
I just imagine
I
Sailor
glow
Moon.
and everything.
Did you have
I like float in the air and twist.
Oh my gosh.
Did you have a big breakfast this morning? Your blood sugar's gonna need to be up. I'm gonna need about a liter of your blood.
Oh, true. That is a lot of blood.
I mean,
When I said he didn't need a lot of your blood, I may have lied. I
I
didn't
have
know.
to coat the whole thing, and this is a rifle. This is big. It needs to be
Okay,
coated.
well, it's a good thing I had a pretty
I-
decently
you-
sized breakfast.
Can you use more than one werewolf? We have. If they're okay with it, we can have.
It's better if it's just one, because then you're
Okay, never
mixing
mind.
and
You know what?
Nope, it's fine.
Okay.
that
You know
is
what?
a
I'm blessed by
recipe for
Saloon.
disease.
Let's go for it.
Okay, I'm going to be like off to the side preparing like extra food and stuff for me.
I am
Okay.
also helping
Making orange
because
juice and cookies, you know.
I am the cook.
Okay, he's like, this won't hurt a
Wait.
bit. And he pulls out a giant needle.
Me just stares at it.
Just close your eyes.
Me does not close his eyes.
And he sticks you with it and starts.
He stares as the
pulling.
blood goes out.
And he's just pulling
Just
the
like-
syringe.
Oh my gosh.
Eventually gets what you
know-
want. Give me a Constitution saving throw, me.
It's too bad I couldn't find Goodberry in my spell list because I just found it. I'm still preparing spells, so but oh well.
And
Well,
we have long rest at this point, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
at this point you've
Okay.
had
that
a long
is an
rest.
18.
Okay, 18. You don't pass out.
Nice.
Perfect. So he walks over to a stump that's nearby. Essentially the insides have been hollowed out, and it's like it's like a basin. So he empties the blood into it, and he takes your weapon and he dips it in there and lathers it, and just works on it while he's muttering some words to himself, and he's just over there working on it. And as he's doing that, Mardikov walks up to you. He's like, so what is the plan?
Right, the plan. So I think it might behoove us to just accept the invitation and hopefully bypass some of the obstacles. But once we engage with Strahd, that's when you would engage his forces to make sure that none attack us while we're trying to deal with him.
We also
Right.
might want to send in a smaller group as well to look for Kinsley's family.
Right.
That would be much appreciated. Maybe Esmeralda and Rudolph, just a few, and then maybe one or two of the wolves to sniff them out.
That would be ideal, yes. I think that is perfect. I have maps for each group, and I start like handing them out.
So the plan is for you to go, and then while you're gone, the other team slip in.
Yes.
And then what about the rest of us?
Well, I think that while they're slipping in, the army needs to attack to then take eyes off of them.
Right.
So-
Distraction.
When we get to the castle, Kinsley is going to send a message to you, Martikov, and you are going to attack with your forces to distract. Ideally, when we get inside, you guys will arrive maybe half an hour after we begin talking to Strahd. I don't know. And then once you are distracting the forces, the smaller teams enter and begin their infiltration.
So you will send your message sometime during the dinner when you are
When we
eating
attack.
with the devil.
Yes.
Fortunately,
Okay, and then the rest of us, after they have gone in, or before we will start fighting. Okay,
Yes. That is the plan.
if that is the plan, is
Let's
whenever
look-
you want to begin.
Let's look at the last card that we received and try to see if there's any kind of hint in it. So the last one about the under the castle bones thing, what exactly is on that card?
So it says, you got the Dawn John.
Mhm.
It says he lurks in a hall of bones in the dark pits of his castle.
That's all it says.
That is
Mhm.
all it says.
Francisco, do you have any indication of where this might be? Is that where Strahd is supposed to be, or is it that we're going to find somebody else?
Say it one more time.
He lurks in a hall of bones in the dark pits of his castle.
I do not know. However, if we find Strahd at the dinner table, he is not lurking in the Hollow Bones. I feel like Hollow Bones has to be someone different. Perhaps it is another prisoner, or perhaps someone else.
Perhaps it is my brother.
It could very well be.
So the decision now is do we go in and find what this is, or do we just go straight up to Strahd and accept his invitation? The invitation takes us straight to him. But what does this mean?
I feel like we wouldn't have received that card.
If it wasn't
Without-
important.
So it's either if we don't receive or we don't take the invitation, it's possible that's where we will find him, or it's meant to be someone else by us accepting the invitation, if that makes sense.
I think maybe he is trying to keep us from there. Perhaps
think
the
it's
purpose
important.
of the invitation is to keep
DM.
us.
Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
I think the purpose of the invitation is to keep us from going where we are supposed to.
So DM, is there a way for us to kind of solve this riddle, so to speak?
It is what it
Can-
is. That's all the information you have.
Kinsley, do you think that old woman would, I don't know, give us a hint about what this last card means?
I mean, it sounded like, at least when we talked to Strahd's brother, that she wanted this to end. That she wanted Strahd to be defeated.
Wait, Spit, get the guy out of your sword.
Okay.
And he like runs over to a tree and starts banging the sword on the tree.
Spit!
Out. Come out. Come out.
And eventually Sergey comes out. He's like, "Oh, my head, I swear, if you guys weren't the saviors of Barovia, I hate you
Hey, Greg.
guys."
Well, you know, this, and I can't even use words. I repeat, the card thingy. Do you have any insight to what this means?
Hall of Bones. I don't remember any type of Hall of Bones in the castle.
So it would be something new that he has added.
I mean, I remember I rocked around the castle for a very long time as a ghost. I do remember that one of Strahd's servants was collecting bones. I don't know what he was doing with them. But I do remember he used to collect the bones of the dead adventurers, of some of the old castle gods that Strahd killed. I don't know what that little cretin was doing with them, but the little beastly, half weird looking monster thing was collecting them.
Well, I mean, I don't really think you can judge a book by its cover. And I point to Spit.
Yes, well, at least Spit looks like one thing. This thing looks like different animals put together.
Wait,
Oh,
we've
no.
seen that before with the abbot.
We have. They
Well,
were
I
pretty
You-
chill.
don't know about that, but one of Strahd's servants, he's pretty disgusting looking.
Wait,
Can-
okay.
Does
Mhm.
that mean that he is evil, though?
I do not know. I know that, let me see if I can find the description here.
I'm just trying to, like, figure out why this is important. Or if it's important.
Let's see. I know that he's about little under 5 feet tall. He's always hunched over. The left side of his face covered with lizard scales, and he has the ears of a wild cat. His left foot like a duck's webbed foot, and his arms have patches of black dog fur. Really weird looking. Like the rest of him is humanly, but that I don't know much about him.
All right. What if it? Why would that be? I'm trying to wrap my mind around why this card is here. Kinsley, do you want to try asking the old lady?
I could try.
I mean, we have to wait for my gun, so I don't think we're going in today. And also for me to recover.
Let me roll real quick.
Yeah, that's true.
You hear Mordenkainen sticks up a hand and he's like, actually, this is simple enough. This werewolf blood was a lot more powerful than what I'm used to using. Some god must have intervened when this werewolf was made. Because this is going great. Give me 10 more minutes.
Oh. So we could actually potentially just go in.
No, stand in back.
Wait, no, me, how are you feeling?
Well, I mean, honestly, it was pretty cool to watch.
Right, we know your
But
fascination with the gore.
Physically,
I'm not
Physically.
like, I'm not dying.
DM,
I
does he
mean,
have any like
Give me another constitution check. Just a
The
check,
roll-
not a saving throw.
I rolled pretty high last time.
Yeah, you did. That was from not passing out.
Does he get any bonuses
This
for being
is
a
from
werewolf?
recovering.
No, loss of blood is loss of blood.
Con?
Yeah, con check, not a saving throw.
That's 6.
A 6.
smile.
You're not feeling super great. Like if you were to have to do some
When I stand,
physical
my legs feel like jello.
yeah, if you were going to have to
Ooh.
do some like athletics checks and stuff, you'd be doing a disadvantage.
we should probably wait.
Yeah,
I
don't
could-
feel comfortable with me not being in top form.
Yes. I could send a message and see if she has any insight that she is willing to share.
Yeah. Okay.
What was her name again?
Madam Eva.
Madam Eva.
Me trying to just figure out what spells to take.
How should I word this?
What is the Hall of Bones, and who is he who lurks in it?
But should I
We
ask
need-
nicely?
Oh,
or
ask
like,
nicely. Ask nicely. Just let her know that things are happening, but we are uncertain about this last one.
Okay.
We just want to make sure that we have every best possible out. I don't know.
Madam Eva, we are preparing to finish what you started. One thing stops us: the Hall of Bones and he who lurks. Please, do you have any insight?
That all of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You wait a minute. And you do get a response. And she says, the final card is where you'll find him.
She says the final card is where you'll find him.
Him as in Strahd? Or him as in somebody
No.
else?
I mean, I can ask if we're staying. I don't know if she'll tell me. What if is there a way that someone can project themselves and not actually be there?
An illusion?
I don't know, but I do have my ethereal spell. The only problem is that Strahd is privy to that plane. I could potentially try to find it, see if he's there or if some other him is
I
there.
worry that doing that will tip him off to all of our plans.
Right, that's
I have a
reputation.
feeling that if we were to accept the Strahd that we'd be seeing is not the real Strahd.
Not the
Maybe that's what it means.
maybe.
I feel like he's very tricky and
Yes, and yeah, he uses magic and definitely is that complicates things.
So then here, then I guess we don't go to the dinner and instead look for the Hall of Bones in the castle.
All right, let's look at that map.
Okay. I don't know if you have the
I don't
edited
have
map
that
ready.
edited ready one yet. Like,
All right, but just, theater of the mind. Are there any places that look like they could be potentially
Hall of Bone.
hollow? Oh.
no.
Is Siegfried or what's his face? Siegfried?
Siegfried.
Are you talking about Sergey?
Sergey! I knew Siegfried was not right. Is he still out?
Yeah, he's still out.
Would you be able to guide us to this Hall of Bones?
Like I said before, I don't know of any place that would be called Hall of Bones.
But you said there was a place where there were bones.
I said there was a creepy little thing, servant man, collecting bones.
Oh.
Do you know where the servant man lives or stays?
He stays on the level below the main level. It's called the Larders of Ill Omen. He lives down in the Larders.
Then let us start there.
well, what's the lowest point in the castle?
The
Is
catacombs.
it that catacomb?
See, and that is what I was
Oh.
thinking. Maybe the Hall of Bones is the catacombs.
I feel like if I
And-
were a creepy vampire, that's where I'd hang out.
Especially if that is where your own coffin is, because if it is, we destroy it. And then he doesn't have a way to reform, and even if we perish, at least the others have a chance to kill him.
Is there, I mean, other than, lighting a torch and setting it ablaze? If-
Yeah, let's just, set the whole castle on fire.
What if it's spelled to not be destroyed? I would be able to dispel magic, but depending on how strong it is, I may fail. That is if there is magic to begin with.
Well, and Francisco can check that out with his fancy eye now.
Oh yes.
So, make sure.
Twice a day.
First make sure if any of those coffins are magical. And then go from there.
Okay. Well, guess
So-
we're not going to dinner.
No.
So, Sergey,
Unless that
could
is
you
the place he wants to eat.
Right.
Well,
Is it on the map? These catacombs? Could you guide us there?
See, are you talking to me or are you talking to Francisco?
Sergey, Francisco, both.
I know where the catacombs are, yes.
Right.
Perfect.
I think that's where we're going.
Okay, I mean, the only thing I could think of is that, I mean, so there aren't very many halls in the castle. The only places I could think of would be the mess hall, or the mess hall for where Strahd eats, essentially. That's the only thing I could think of. That's the only hall besides like hallways. So
Right.
something
But
to
why
keep in
would
mind.
why would that be called the Hall of Bones?
Maybe
Um,
that's where the bones of his victims lie.
That's what I was
This
thinking.
card
I
is
haven't-
complicating everything.
I haven't been to the castle in a long time, and it's possible Strahd has changed things. You said that this card came to you through the divination of Madame Eva. We don't know what they are. She wouldn't know what it is. We can't see what it exactly means. The clues are the only thing we have, and the only hall, really. The only halls are where they eat food, the mess halls or the dining hall.
Well, there is something I could do right before we leave.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes, I think
Do
that
we
would
go
be
to
wise.
the catacombs, or do we go to the
Dinner.
mess hall? Yeah.
And accept the invitation.
So that will
Alright.
be right before we make our decision.
I'm really glad you have that spell and that you thought of that.
Arteries.
Me too.
Hey, do you want to ask that question now?
It has to be within 30 minutes. Like, we have to take the action within the next 30 minutes. So
For it to be.
it'll be right before we leave.
So
So
for
you,
now, I guess we just wait for me to recover.
so you guys have your plan. You know what you're gonna do. You're sitting on the gate outside, and as you're having your conversation, give me perception check.
Oh, jeez.
I hope we're like not an obvious plain sight, right? We would have been smarter than that.
Yeah.
In fact, I was kind of trepidatious about even meeting at the gate. I rolled badly, but that's still okay.
13.
11.
16.
Wait, where are we? Where are we? It's like, what is the terrain?
So you guys are in the forests, on like on the outsides of the road that leads to the gate. So you are hidden in the forests. So
I have it. Wait, do I have it?
Terrible when my passive perception's higher than my active perception.
Nope, that was
I
an
know,
even
right?
worse roll.
Yeah,
I'll allow
16.
passive perception because this is, you guys didn't tell me you wanted to look. I'm telling you you're looking.
19 then.
17.
Okay.
14 is still better.
And then Francisco, not very well.
16.
16. Okay. Actually, all of you notice as you're having this conversation, you hear a whinny come, like a horse's whinny come from the gate. And you see coming down the road towards the gate is a big, beautiful black carriage with 4 black horses in front and no driver.
Yep, that's for us.
And it pulls up to the gate and just sits there. And that's where we're going to end our episode.
We're gonna have to wait until morning, sir.
I need to sleep.
We're going to bed
Yeah,
first.
they're gonna stand there for a while.
Strahd said in his letter that he would let you go like unimpeded. So it's not like he's expecting someone for dinner.
Yeah.
Should I make myself hot and sexy? Make sure a lot of skin is exposed just for him. Just
I
We're
mean, we
a
almost
pretty
made it to the
dress.
map.
Almost. We were
Cool.
so close.
Okay, well, everyone watching at home, I thought we were gonna get to the castle today. I totally thought we were, and I tried to move
We're
things
too
along.
paranoid.
And we
Yeah.
also
We really
roleplay
are.
a lot.
We're too
Well, I feel
roleplay
like we
heavy.
did a pretty good job of like keeping
We
the
did
role
a
play
lot, though.
Yeah.
like,
expedited.
Yeah,
treant, enchantment.
yeah. I knew this was going to be. That's why last
Getting
session I was like,
our
we could
ducks
do
in a
one
row.
more, and then we could take the week. But that's cool.
We're just
Uh,
not ready.
I just wanted my birthday off. That was
I feel that. I
That's
feel that.
fine. That's fine.
Don't blame you.
Everyone watching at home, hope you had fun with this episode as much as we did. It's been really great. And we're going to finally get into Castle Ravenloft next week. Fingers crossed.
Something is gonna happen.
Hopefully everyone survives. We'll see. But
No,
until
the world
then,
explodes.
yeah,
Don't forget Monday nights, Ether Realms here at
5:30.
5:30 Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 Mountain or
5:30
Mountain.
Pacific
You
Standard
got it.
Time. You guys can figure out the other ones.
Yeah, and don't forget about our Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no, it's fine. That's all I was really gonna say. I'm just
Okay.
confused as why the command didn't pop up like it was supposed to.
Well, other than that, does anyone have anything else? No? Okay. If you guys are interested at all, the audiobook that I did is now up for pre-order on Audible. So you can type in Daughter of the Yellow Dragon and it should pop up by Star Z Davies and narrated by David Wiseman. So you should be able to find it. Yeah. That's good. I guess that's all. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you next time down by the lakeside. See ya.